So, I'm told about how they're killing people in the cities. Most people don't have guns. So, anyway, basically, I guess this is sometime after they burn the warehouses. Um, they burn the warehouses first. Like I say, there's warehouses in every country, and with lines of stuff. And the people actually decide to go ahead and put the warehouses, spread out the warehouses, and then that way they'll be harder to find. And a lot of stuff is even taken into old mines to basically, so I could have something, they say. So you can at least have something for the future because we know who you are, we know what's up. Anyway, though, like I say, Kennedy and the others, they find out about this as well, and so they order those people killed. Um, like I say, it's bad, and I'm told they say they're killing people in the cities. It's dangerous to live in the city. We can't live in the city. So so my German people and even Russian people are like, we can't live in the city. Living in the city is dangerous. They'll kill you in the city. So anyway, this is somewhere between 1900. It's not Nazis. It's not Germans. It's Kennedy. It's one of the presidents somewhere between 1908 and 1970. It's them. Anyway, like I say, they try and burn the warehouses. My people stop them. They try and burn the museums even, I think, too. And they constantly do these attacks on the museums, on the relics, arcs, on the old buildings. It's Kennedy. It's anyway. My people back in time more vocally know who it is and what's going on than present day. Anyway, though, and they know what it's about and they know what's coming next. They said, well, we know what's coming next. They're burning the records. So, and technically we're a record too. We built the stuff. We put the stuff in the museum, so it's only a matter of time they're going to come for us. And it's on record who we are. There's photographs of us. So, like I say, the Kennedy gets really mad. It's amazing how many people get mad because, like I say, when they see the models, first there's shock and disbelief, and then there's just anger, and then because it's like I say, there are cars built the way I want them to be built, and I think it was Kennedy or someone, one of the people, they talk about how it's Ford or Ford's dad or something like that, gets all mad. It's like, no, 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 it was Kennedy or someone because they start saying, who asked you to build this? Who told you to build this? They get all mad, like because they're like, where did this design come from? And plus they recognize some of the designs as being mine. So they're like, who asked you? Where did? Because like I say, sometimes it's the first time that they've ever, because they've seen these things in the museums and stuff too. And all of a sudden these things are popping back up. They won't seem to go away. So Kennedy and a couple of the others start freaking out because it's like, how are these things being built? Who's asking you to build these things? Anyway, um, and so that's the way the conversation goes as far as I know. So, I mean, it's basically Kennedy's trying to superimpose his, they don't want to be poor. Anyway, though, agents go to the Kennedys back in the past to go kill them. Because they're about to cause World War I and World War II. They know that they're going to kill them. So the Kennedys, I believe, go after Hitler and some of the others. So because thinking that it's them. It has to be them. He's their people, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, like I say, so basically, yeah, so Kennedy and and there's no footage of the war effort. Anyway, so like I say, I mean, Hitler and all the other presidents and all the other leaders of the world are in a fight for their lives, basically. So, and it's the future. It's Kennedy. It's the current presidents or the presidents after Kennedy. And apparently, it's all my presidents of America. Ever since the beginning, they had this thing. So I don't know. Alternate reality, alternate something or other. It's basically just Kennedy, and he was the only civilian. He was the one that was poor. He was the only one that would have anything to gain from it. So, and every other president that was elected, they had their own little group apparently. All my other people were all military people and trained, and had lots of successful commands underneath them. So, anyway, like I say, even Kennedy needs to use my people, or can't really do anything about my people were there. So they try and fight, they try and order stuff. So that's why I say, the terrorist actions and everything else like that. It actually began somewhere around, what's called, basically cities are like war zones pretty much because, it's Kennedys, it's the Illuminati. They know that what they've done in the past. They know they've ordered the death of millions already. And, they're basically just trying to cover up the past. So, anyway, they know. Like, the Illuminati, George W. Bush, his family, he freaked out too. He's like, they're going to take it back. Jeb Bush. Yeah, it's funny. Like I was laughing. I was like, oh, Jed, look at you going to go pay money to have people killed. Oh, like I say, Bush asked his brother to do it. So, and it's the presidents. They they were supposedly elected, but they weren't really elected. Anyway, they try and do this, and it's a big game for them. Like like I say, they're just using the media to put up this fake thing. And like I say, Bush probably did. Who knows? They switched his gun camera footage. They have this is Bush shooting down planes, blah blah blah, enemy aircraft. Well, actually, I don't know what he was doing, shooting down his own people or whatever. He was actually technically he was a murderer. He was murdering those people. Those people were just flying, and he was shooting down supposed. It's like they weren't enemies. They knew them. Sometimes they had breakfast with them, and then they would go to kill them later on. So Bush knew what he was doing. Anyway, I don't know. You'd have to ask the past. That's why I say America didn't even know about the bombing runs until they actually, like most of Europe was actually carpet bombed before, like the soldiers saw the aircraft taking off. They said we saw those, we loaded those bombs. We saw those aircraft taking off. We didn't know where they were going. We didn't know they were doing this until they got over there. And it's supposed state of war. And then they realized they saw the stacks of bodies. They knew those aircraft had taken off from those bases. They watched them take off for months. Then they realized what those aircraft were doing. American aircraft. Carpet bombing all of Europe. They didn't know why. It's Kennedy. Illuminati. Purposely killing Europe. And Kennedy's brother was going to take vengeance for Kennedy. They're like, if any one of us dies, we'll kill 10 of you. Or 20. It was America. It was the presidents. It was Bush. Probably Hillary too, I don't know. It was them. They knew damn well. They knew about all this. So, anyway, yeah. So, war veteran. A decorated war, yeah, right. So much bullshit.